We often get asked the question, my apples are rotting, what's happened and why has it happened? You get such as these, that's the early stages quite often. What's happened is there's been a bird peck or something that's broken through the protective outer skin, and then the fungus spores get in. You just think, oh well, I've lost a few apples. Now it can get to this stage. This is called brown rot, and again you can see where the initial damage was caused. The fungus has got in and this apple is now starting to get just a little bit squidgy. Now these grey bits that you can see, those are fungal spores. What will happen with this apple if it's left on the tree or on the ground at the bottom of the tree, every time they'll mummify, shrivel up and become about a quarter of the size of this. But every time it's wet, whether it's a heavy dew or rain, these spores will be released, and so they can gather on other parts of the tree. Certainly any fruit like this that you suspect should never be put into storage, but also next spring when the tree starts to flower, if these are still hanging there and the spores are being released, the weakest part at that time of the year is the blossom, and if these spores get onto the blossom they can damage it, and you can lose whole fruiting spurs with maybe a dozen embryo apples on it, or the potential for it, just because you've left these from one year to the next. Compost heap maybe, landfill even better, but if you leave them you're just inheriting more problems for next season, and the season after it will only get worse.